everyone. Great. Abhishek Vipu Rahman, working as an aptitude trainer in Madanpalli Institute of Technology and Science. Our college mates, in association with AICTE, had launched a scheme called Prerna Scheme, where students from SC/ST background will be trained to clear the exam for pursuing their higher education. So today's topic we are going to discuss is permutation and combination, which is very important and interesting to learn, and how to make it more interesting by using counting rule. So ultimately, we are going to discuss permutation and combination using counting rule. That is the topic for the day. So hope you will understand better. So let's start our discussion. So the basic thing that everybody knows, we have two things, that is permutation and combination. So here, permutation, the basic formula that we know is we denote as NPR and this we denote as NCR. So where NPR is nothing but n factorial by n minus r factorial, where NCR is nothing but n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Again, we have subcategories. This is with repetition and without repetition. Again, we have two subcategories for combination also, that is with repetition and without repetition. So this is with repetition and without repetition. So permutation without repetition, this formula is applicable, whereas permutation with repetition we use as n power r. Okay. Similarly, combination without repetition, this formula is applicable, and combination with repetition we write it as n plus r minus 1 factorial by r factorial into n minus 1 factorial. Okay. So we do not to worry much about this, because we are going to solve almost every problem using a basic rule which is called as counting rule. Let's start our discussion with. So all permutation and combination is all about counting. How fast can you count? It's all about counting. The fast you count, the easier it gets to analyze the broader view. So let me take an example of counting rule. How it actually works. Now let's say uh, there is a grid, okay, which has 5 marbles. If I ask you how many marbles are there on this plane or a grid, whatever it is, you can easily say 5. But if I say, if this is the case where there are 4 rows and each row has 5 marbles, so indirectly or directly, you need not to count each and every marble. What you count, you just count number of rows, saying thus it is 4, and number of columns as 5. So it will become 4 into 5, 20. So there are 20 marbles here, and I got 20 without actually counting it. So this helps me getting a total picture of it using counting rule. Okay. So famously known, there are two counting rules. So one is called as rule of R, and second counting rule is rule of N. And it's very famous and everybody knows about it. So rule of R is nothing but rule of addition, where we do addition operations, and rule of AND is nothing but rule of multiplication. So how we are going to apply this counting rule in our permutation combination problems? Let us see. Okay. So let me take, let's say there is a multiplex in your town, and there are 3 English movies and 2 what you call the Hindi movies running in it. So there is a town which has there is a multiplex in your town which can support 5 movies together. In that 5 movies, there are 3 English movies and 2 Hindi movies running simultaneously. Okay. Now my question is, you have only time to watch only one movie. So in how many ways you can watch these? How many options you have in front of you? So what options I have? I can either watch English movie 1 or English movie 2 or English movie 3, or I can either watch Hindi movie 1 or Hindi movie 2. So as I said, rule of OR is nothing but addition. And so one movie at a time we can watch with only one possibility. So one, one, one. So I get three. So there are three possible ways of watching three English movies, and here also there are two possible ways of watching Hindi movies. So I can't watch it all together. So I have to watch one of the Hindi movie, English movie, or Hindi movie. So the answer is five. So I have five ways or five options to choose only one among them. Okay, that is the answer. Now let me take one more scenario where I have more time now, and the condition is I can watch one English movie as well as I'll watch one Hindi movie. Now what is the only difference I have to make? I'll watch Hindi movie, English movie, and I'll watch Hindi movie. So instead of this or, I'll replace with and. So as I know, and represents multiplication. So 3 twos are, I have six ways of watching this. And what are those six ways? I can watch English movie 1 with Hindi movie 1, English movie 2 with Hindi movie 1, English movie 3 with Hindi movie 1. Or I can watch English movie 1 with Hindi movie 2, English movie 1 with Hindi movie 2, English movie 3 plus Hindi movie 2. So these are the six different possible ways I have in front of me. So did I actually count it? No. So without counting, I got the answer. So the answer is 6 using counting rule. I did not apply any formula here. Clear? So let us discuss further. Let me take one more interesting example. Let's say there are two cities, A and B, which are connected by a city called C. So A and C, there are two routes, X and Y. Okay. And C to B, there are three routes, P, Q, R. Now my target is I have to travel from A to B. In how many ways or how many possible ways I can travel from A to B? So what can I do? I can travel from A to C and C to B. So in A to C, what are the possibilities? Either I can travel through X or Y, and I can travel from C to B either by PU or Q or R. So X is the only way, so I'm writing only one possibility. Y has only one way. R means plus. I'm applying counting rule. Similarly, P, there is only one route. Q is one route. R is one possible way, and applying plus. So and represent multiplication. So 2 into 3. Answer is 6. So there are six possibilities of traveling. And what are those? It's simple. So I can either choose XP, XQ, XR, or YP, YQ, YR. These are the six possibilities. Among this, I can choose any way and I can travel. Now, let's say there is one more city called D. Now, this time A to D is connected through four different ways, and D to B is connected through five different ways. Now, again, my ultimate goal is I have to travel from A to D. So, how many ways I can travel? Now, here I have two options. Either I can start from A to C, or I can start from A to D. Now, after going to C, can I stop? No. So, it has to be and C to B here and D to B. Okay. So, let me erase this so that I can take the next step. Now, so A to C, there are two possible ways, and C to B, there are three possible ways. Okay. Or that is plus A to D, there are four possible ways. D to B, there are five possible ways. So I'll get 6 plus 20. So there are 26 possible ways of traveling from A to B. The condition is A to B connected via C, through A to C two ways, C to B three ways, and A to D four ways, D to B five ways. Okay, this is one of the best application of counting. Now let us apply this counting rule in the competitive exams they ask in the type of question. Okay, we shall proceed with that. So let me take the first example. Using digits 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, how many 2-digit numbers can be formed? That is a question. Now, whenever this comes under permutation, because permutation means the order is very important, combination means the order is unimportant. We'll discuss more about that, not right now. So, using digits 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, how many 2-digit numbers can be formed? When this kind of question comes, always there is a question mark. There is a category where it can occur with repetition or without repetition. That means the numbers can be repeated nor it cannot be repeated. Now, how to do it? So, let me take first. So, what are the different possibilities? 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 2 1, 2 3, 2 4. 2 2 I have not taken. I am taking only without repetition. Next, 3 1, 3 2, 3 4, 4 1, 4 2, 4 3. So, without repetition, if I take, I have 12 possibilities. If I include with repeat numbers, so 11, 22, 33, 44. So with repetition includes both without repetition as well as with repetition numbers. So this time I have, for with repetition, I have 16 possibilities. But I can't be writing this every time when a question is asked like this. So what I do, I use counting rule. It's very simple. So counting rule, I need a 2-digit number. So there are no condition I can fix anything. Now if you see this digit, this position has how many possibilities? Either I can choose 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Let me say without repetition. So how many possibilities I have? 4 possible ways. Now if I fix one number, so here how many ways I can do? I can't use the same number, so I can have only 3 possibilities. So first number and second number, so into. So answer is 12. So I got answer 12 without actually writing all this using counting. Now if I want to do for with repetition, what is the best way I can do? I can do it with 4. Same number can be repeated for this position also, so there are 4 possibilities. So what is the answer? 4 into 4 is 16. This is with repetition. Hope you are clear with this concept. But if you want to try with formula, for this question formula might work. Formula is NPR, that is nothing but 4P2. So which is 4 into 3, that is 12. This is without repetition. And n power is with repetition, that is 4 square. Answer is 60. But formula might not work for each and every slides. Sorry, problems. Okay. So hope you are clear with the concept. If you have any issues, you can just comment it. Okay. Now, using the same kind of logic, let us increase the numbers so that we can just see what type of actual questions they'll ask. Using digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many 4-digit numbers with and without repetition can be formed? How many 4-digit numbers with and without repetition can be formed? Okay. Now, what I have to do this time? First thing, I have to fix 4 positions. So let me do without repetition. That means the same number should not be repeated considering this case. Now, you can start from anywhere because there are no conditions here. So let me start from this position. So this position has how many options? Either I can choose, I can keep 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. So that means there's 7 possibilities. So once a number is fixed, for this position, how many possibilities we have? 6 possibilities. This position, 3, and this position, 2. Sorry, 7, 6, sorry, 5 and 4. So my answer is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4. So if you patiently multiply, you'll get as 840. That is without repetition. Next, if I want to check with repetition, same thing, but no need to worry about the constraints. So it is 7 possibilities. Same number can also come, so there is no constraint. So again 7. So again 7, again 7. So I have to multiply. 7 square is 49. 49 square is 240. So this is the answer for the particular question without using any formula except counting rule. Simple. Is that clear? Okay. Now let us proceed further with this question. Using digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, how many 4-digit even numbers can be formed? So do it for both with and without repetition. With and without repetition. Clear? You can pause the video and you can try by yourself. Okay? Then you can resume it. Now here, so the condition is it has to be a 4-digit even number. So what is the number? What is the condition of any 4-digit even number to be any 4-digit number to be even? The last position, unit position should be even. So I can't start from here or here. I have to always go with the position with condition first. So I would suggest make a note. Note one. Always fill the position with conditions first. Always fill the positions with condition first. Now, what is the condition? It has to be even. So, all numbers from 1 to 7 doesn't satisfy this condition. What are the numbers that satisfy the condition? It has to be either 2 or 4 or 6. That's it. Not beyond this. We don't have 8, so no issues. So, how many possibilities? 3 possibilities. Clear? So, out of 7, only one digit is gone. Now, you can come here. How many are remaining? 6 are remaining. Now 2 digits are gone. How many remaining? No condition here. So 5 and finally 4. So the answer is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3. So 30, 120, 360. So there are 360 possible ways of representing a 4-digit number using 1 to 7, which is even without repetition. This is without repetition. In case of with repetition, everything remains same except this. Okay. So how many possibilities? 3, and same number can be repeated. So it has to be 7, 7, 7. So 7 square 49, 49 into 20. I'll get 1029 possibilities. So we are finding it interesting, and I would like to apologize for my handwriting. So kindly bear with it. This is the best I am trying. Okay. So let us again proceed with the same thing to the next curiosity level. Next, interesting. Using digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many 4-digit numbers greater than 3000 can be formed with and without repetition? Using digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many 4-digit numbers greater than 3000 can be formed with and without repetition? So this question is almost similar to the previous one. Previous one, the condition one, it has to be even. Now the condition is it has to be greater than 3000. So it's quite simple. And always remember node 1. So what did node 1 states? Always fill the position with conditions first. Now here the condition is on the left side. It has to be greater than 3000. That means, can I include 3? Obviously, because minimum number starting from 3 is 3, 1, 2, 4. So 3 also comes 4, 5, 6, 7. So no conditions from the other position. So how many ways? 5 possibilities. Let me try without repetition first. Next, one digit gone out of 7. How many? 6, 5, 4. Okay. So 30, 120, 600. 600 possible ways. Clear? So same question with repetition if I try. So this will be 5 possibilities and this repetitions are allowed. So 49 into 35. I'll get 1715 possibilities. Hope you are clear with this. Okay. Now, till now, whatever we have learned, it's a concept-oriented thing for you to better understanding of counting. Now, I bet you solve this problem, then it's guaranteed you have understood the concept. So, using digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many 4-digit even numbers greater than 3000 can be found without repetition? So using digits 1 to 7, how many 4-digit even numbers greater than 3000 can be found without repetition? So whatever previous questions are there, I've just clubbed it and I am asking you to just answer this. So please pause this video and try by yourself. It's a challenging one. Okay. And many students here, they'll end up with confusion and end up with wrong answer. So one mistake they do is they'll write this, okay, and we'll say there are 5 possibilities here because we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they'll say there are 3 possibilities 2, 4, 6. It has to be even. So they write 3 here. 2 digits are gone out of 7. So it will be 5 and 4. But here there is one thing. If I fix number 3 here, so how many possibilities are there? 3. But instead of 3, if 4 comes here, can I use 4 again? No. Again this will become 2. That means one condition is dependent on another condition. Getting my point? Again, if 5 comes here, again there will be 3 possibilities. But 6 comes here, 6 should not come, it's 2 possibilities. Okay? Hope you are getting this point. So let me write down note 2 for you. It's very important. When one condition is dependent on another condition. When one condition is dependent on another condition, then you have to split the cases. When one condition is dependent on another condition, you have to split the cases. So what is splitting the case? I'll explain here. So note 1 is stated, you have to always fill the position with conditions. Note 2 is stating when one condition is dependent on another condition, you have to split the case. Okay, let me erase this so that I can solve here only. Okay. Now, splitting the case means a number you can split either left hand side or right hand side. You go with your convenience. A number is said to be even number. A 4 number is said to be even number when it ends with 2 or ends with 4 or ends with 6. That's it. So this is splitting. I am fixing one position. So 2, how many ways you can fix? Only one way. When you are fixing any one particular number, it's always one way. So 4 one way, 6 one way. So one condition is satisfied. Now come back to the remaining condition. What is that? It has to be greater than 3000. So 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So how many possibilities? 2 is gone. So 5. So 2 digits gone out of 7. So 5, 4. Done. Now if you take here, 4 is there. Can I use 4 again? Not required. So how many possibilities? 4. No condition for these two. So again it has to be 5, 4. Or next. 6 is gone. Can I use 6 again? No. But can I use 4? Yes, you can definitely use. So again 4 possibilities. 5, 4. Now what you have to do? Just multiply. So 100, 80, 80. So R represents addition. So the answer is finally 260. There are 260 numbers, 4-digit numbers which are greater than 3000 and even can be found using 1 to 7 4-digit numbers. So, and this is a case of without repetition. You need not to struggle much when we discuss about with repetition case. Okay, it is very easy and you will not have a struggle of this overlapping or something because quite simple. So two conditions. One, it has to be even. So three possibilities. It has to be greater than 5005. Remaining is 7 and 7. That's it. Clear? So only thing is you have to multiply 49 into 50. So I think it's 735. So the 735 repeated numbers greater than 3000 which are even using digits 1 to 7. Clear? Okay. Now, so hope note 1 and note 2 is clear. Now let us see one more example. Using digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many 4-digit odd numbers can be formed where 9 should be used exactly once without repetition? This is a question. So using digits 1 to 9, how many 4-digit odd numbers can be formed where 9 should be used exactly once without repetition? So please pause it and try using note 1 and note 2 by yourself. But before starting, you should get a clarity what they are trying to ask. They are saying, I want a 4-digit number using 1 to 9, and it has to be 9 to be used exactly once. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. It has to be odd number also, it should be 9. So this doesn't satisfy my condition. So 1, 2, 4, 3. It is an odd number, but 9 is not used here. So 9, 1, 2, 3. Yes, this satisfies my condition. 1, 9, 3, 5. This also satisfies. So 9 is there in one of the position and it is also a odd number. So using this you have to do. So how to do it? So first, note 2, always go with the, if one condition is dependent on other condition, you have to fix the position. So what I have to do? I can have numbers starting from 9, 4-digit numbers, or 9 can be used at hundreds position, or 9 can be used as tens position, or it can be ending with 9 because 9 is an odd number, so it doesn't matter. So one digit, so one possibility, so it's fixed. Now out of 9, one digit is gone. Next is here, it has to be odd. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 I can't use because 9 should be used exactly one. So how many possibilities? 4 possibilities. So 2 digit gone out of 9. How many left? 7, 6. Now similarly, this also 4, 7, 6. Same thing, 4, 7, 6. If you're smart enough, what you do, you write only once. You write 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 because 1, 2, 3. Same thing follows. Now 9 is used exactly once and it is also a odd number. So no need to worry. How many are remaining? 8, 7, 6. Simple. Now if you multiply 7 into 6 into 4, This is 168. This is also 168. This is also 168. Now 8 into 7 into 6. This will become 336. When you add all these four values, you will get 840 as the total. This is the answer for the question they have asked. Hope it is clear to all. Okay. Okay. Now let us add furthermore types of question related to this. Let us solve. So next, using digits 0 to 9, how many four-digit numbers can be formed with and without repetition? So that's the question. Please try by yourself. So using these 0 to 9, how many four-digit numbers can be formed with and without repetition? So do we have any condition here? So many would say there is no condition, but precisely if I say 1024, this is a four-digit number, but 0124 is not a four-digit number. Your 0 comes at first position, it doesn't matter. So indirect condition, whenever 0 is given, that means always follow note 1. You have to start from this position and 0 should not be present in this position. Clear? Then I have how many digits now? 9 digits. 0 should not be used, but 0 can be used anywhere else. So let me start with without repetition case. Now 0 is not used here. I have fixed one of the 9 digits. Now out of 10, one digit is gone. How many left? 9, 8, 7. That's it, simple. So just multiply 81 into 8 into 7. So I'll get 4536. That is answer. And with repetition, it would be quite easy. So 0 should not be here. So 9. Remaining 10, 10, 10. So answer is 9000. Clear? Okay. Next. Using digits 0 to 9, how many four-digit even numbers can be found without repetition? So please pause this and try. This is an important type of questions. Okay, it helps you to analyze the given data and helps you to solve. If you solve more, so practice makes very easy for you to crack the competitive exams. Okay, now, so here I want to use digits from 0 to 9 for a four digit. The number should be even. That is one condition. What is one more condition? The hidden condition is 0 should not be at the first position. Okay, so what I do, let me split the case. So I have even numbers with ending with 0 or other even numbers that doesn't end with 0. So what are those numbers that doesn't end with 0? They can end with either 2 or 4 or 6 or 8. So first condition is gone. Come to second condition. So 0 should not come here. So 0 is already fixed. This is with repetition. They have asked. So how many ways I can do this? Out of 10, one digit is gone. So 9. Next, 8, 7. So this is 1. Okay. Now here how many ways? 4 possibilities. Now here One digit is gone and 0 should not come here. So how many possibilities? 8 possibilities. Now 2 digits gone, no condition here, out of 10. How many left? 8, 7. So just multiply. So what do I get here? This is 504 and this will become 1792. So if you add, you'll get double 296 as the answer. This is the answer for digits 0 to 9 forming a 4-digit even number without repetition. So whenever 0 comes into the picture, always remember the indirect condition is 0 should not come in the first position. Hope it is clear. Okay, next. So same question I can even solve with one of the method. One more method. Okay, let me explain that. Now here, what I am doing, I am excluding the condition where 0 can also be in the first position. So when I do like this, so what do I get? 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So how many possibilities? 5 possibilities. Then 9, 8, 7. So if I multiply, I get 2520. Now here, I'll have 4-digit numbers that starts with 0, that doesn't start with 0 also, which are even. Okay. Now in this, I can exclude the numbers which starts with 0. Simple. And the two even number. So this is 4 and 2 digits are gone. This will be 8, 7. So this is 224. So 2520 have all 4-digit numbers including starting from 0 which are even. And 224 are the 4-digit even numbers that start from 0. So if you remove this, I'll get double 296 as an answer. So in the previous case, I got the same answer where I have done 0 fixing at the units position and non-zero numbers fixing at units position. By considering this condition, the 0 should not come here. Here what I have done, let 0 be considered. So I'll get 2520. In this 2520, there are few numbers that starts from 0 which are even. And what are those few numbers? By fixing non-zero numbers here and 0 here, I come to know how many numbers are there. 224 numbers which are even starts from 0. If you remove that, you will get the answer. That's it. Whichever suits easy for you, you can follow based on your interest. Both the gives same answers. Clear? Okay. So till now, all the problems we are solving using counting law. So that's the best part of it. Now let us solve few more using digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 form 4-digit numbers divisible by 4. So in how many ways this possibilities will happen? Okay. Now do it for both without and with repetition. So take some 2 minutes, try to analyze the question and see what they are asking and see if you can get the answer or not. So using digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 form 4-digit number divisible by 4. How many such numbers are possible? Now what is the divisibility rule of 4? The divisibility rule of 4 is last 2 digits should be always divisible by 4. Okay. Now these are the digits. Now check the possibilities. And again, hidden condition is 0 is there. So ensure 0 should not come in the first position. So what to do? First include 0 here and see what are the possibilities of the number. So if I include 0, I'll get 0, 4, next 2040. This including 0. So how many numbers which are divisible by 4 that include 0 in the last two positions? See how many numbers, how many digits are there? 6 digits. Out of 2 are gone. How many left? 4, 3. And how many are this? 3. So 4 into 3 into 3. 36. Now excluding 0. So how many I'll get? So start with 1. So basic is 1, 2, 1, 2 is done. Next 2, 4. Next 3, 2. Next 5, 2. So it doesn't include 0. Now if doesn't include 0, one more condition is 0 should not be present here. So 2 digits gone and 0 should not come. So how many possibilities? Out of 6, 3. So 3 is there. Correct? Now 3 digits gone. How many left? 3. 4. So 4 0 12 to the 36. So 36, 36. So what is the answer? The answer is 72 without repetition. If you want, I can repeat what I have done. I have numbers from 0 to 5 and I am writing the numbers. It has to be divisible by 4. The divisibility rule of 4 means last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. So if I again the hidden condition is 0 should not be there at the first position. So in order to do that, what I am doing, I am considering the last 2 digits where 0 should be there. So what are the possibilities? 0 4 or 2 0 or 4 0. That means there are 3 possibilities that include 0. Okay. Now, if 0 is already fixed, 2 digits gone out of 6, how many left? 4, 3. So, 36 includes 0 at the last two position, one of it. Now, without 0, what I do? What are the possibilities I'll get? 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 2, 5, 2. These all 4 2-digit numbers divides with 4. So, 4 possibilities are there. And here 0 should not come. 0 can come only here. So, how many possibilities? 2 digits gone, 0 should not come. Out of 6, so 3 digits gone. So, 3 left. Now here total 3 are gone, 0 can come, doesn't matter, so 3 left. 3 into 3 into 4, 36. So here 36, here 36. If you add, you'll get 72 as an answer. So there are 72 4-digit numbers using 0 to 5 that can be found, which are divisible by 4. That is without repetition. Now, if I say with repetition, what would be the answer? Okay. If I say with repetition, I'll just try to arrange here only. So hope this is clear. Okay. Now with repetition, let me try. Now, what are the extra numbers I'll get added? I'll get 0, 0 also, where 0 includes, correct? Now, how many possibilities I have? 4 possibilities, and 0 should not come obviously. So, how many ways here? 1 to 5 ways and 6 ways. So, 6 5 is 30, 30 into 4, 120. So, 0 should not come, any number can come, here 0 can come. So, 4 possible, 120. Now, here 11, 22, 33, 44 I can add here, 55 without 0. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 possibilities here. And here 0 should not come. So 5. Anything can come. So 6. So 30 into 5. 150. So 150 plus 120. 270 possibilities. So using digit 0 to 5, I'll get 270 with repetition numbers, 4-digit numbers, which are divisible by 4. Hope it is clear. Okay. So let's proceed further. Now this is one of the question that was asked in CAT as well as competitive exam. It looks quite simple and it's quite easy as well if you understand. Using digits 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, find sum of all possible 4-digit numbers without repetition. Okay, this is a question. Pause it for a while and try to think and see whether you can get the answer. Using digits 1, 2, 3, 4, find sum of all possible 4-digit numbers without repetition. Clear? Okay. Now, how many 4-digit numbers do I get using this 1, 2, 3, 4? So 4, you can start from anywhere. So 4 possible ways. One digit is gone without repetition. So 3, 2, 1. So 24 4-digit numbers I'll get. What are those? 1234, or I can have 4123. Like this, how many numbers I have? 24 4-digit numbers. You have to add those 24 4-digit numbers and you have to tell me what is the answer. That is the question they're asking. 24 is not the answer. 24 4-digit numbers will be there. You have to tell me the summation of those. Hope I'm clear with my point. Yes? Okay. Now, so how to do it? So first, let me check if I fix number 1 here at the units position. I want to know how many times it comes at the units position. How many ways I can fix? One way. So one digit is gone out of 4. How many left? 3, 2, 1. So what is the answer? 6. So what is this 6 actually? Let me explain. So if I explain here instead of the next slide, it would be more clear. Okay. Now, that means I can have 6 4-digit numbers ending with 1. That is the meaning of it. Example, 2341, 2431. Similarly, 3241, 3421. Next, 4231, 4321. So this is 6. So can I say 6 repeats? Okay, 1 repeats 6 times. So 1 comes 6 times at units position. So instead of unit position, if I want to know how many times 1 comes at the 10th position, again it is 3, 2, 1, 6 times. So instead of 1, if I want to know number 2, again it is. So finally, can I conclude at each and every position, each and every number comes 6 times? Yes? Yes or no? Yes. With that, what I do is I am doing a 4-digit addition. That means there will be 4-digit numbers: 1, 2s, 3s, 4. So how many ones will be there? 6 ones, correct? Yes or no? How many twos? 6 twos. How I got 6 here I have done. So same thing, instead of 1 write 2s, you will get the same possibility. How many 3s? 6 3s. How many 4s? 6 4s. So what do we get? So 1 into 6 plus 2 into 6 for units position. 3 into 6, 4 into 6. So if I take 6 common, I'll get 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. So what? Sorry, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. That is 6 into 10, 60. So 0, 6 carry. Again at 10th position, I'll get 6 1, 6 2, 6 3, 6 4, but not in say, this particular order. So 60 will be the answer. 60 plus 6, 66. 6 carry. Again for 100th position, 60. 60 plus 6, 6 carry. So 60. So final answer would be 66,660. So there will be 24 numbers. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 24. All 24 number in that 24, 6 numbers will be ending with 1, 6 numbers will be ending with 2, 6 numbers will be ending with 3, and 6 numbers will be ending with 4. Okay. And if you see, the summation is 60 for each and every term. Okay, let me clear it more. So for units position, I'll get 60, correct? Similarly, for tens position also I'll get 60. For hundreds position also I'll get 60. Yes or no? I got 60 here. And for thousands position also I'll get 60. So if I take 60 common, what do we get? 1000 plus 100 plus 10 plus 1. So finally what do I get? Same thing. This will become 60 into 1111. Yes or no? So this I rewrite as 1111 into 6 into 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. How I got this 1 plus 2 plus? Because there are 6. This means there are 6 ones, 6 twos, 6 threes, 6 fours at units position, tens, 100 and 1000. I wanted for this format so that I can solve the next problem. Same thing, there's nothing I have done. Here, if I say 6 common, same thing. 6 common, 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3 plus 4. Same thing I have written. And this thing comes for units position, same, tens position same, hundreds position same, and 1000 position also same. So that is, if I multiply again, I'll get the same answer. So number of times each and every digit appears at each and every position. So this is 6. 6 times it appears. Is that clear? So this means double one into 6 into 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So how many times the digit appears? That's the thing. So 6 times 1 appears at all the position, 2 appears at all the position, 3 appears at all the position, 4 appears at all the position. If it's confusing for you, leave it, stick to this, you'll get the answer. Okay? So final question. Using digits 1, 2, 3, 4, find sum of all possible 4-digit numbers with repetition. Using digits 1, 2, 3, 4, find sum of all possible 4-digit numbers with repetition. So how many 4-digit numbers do I get with repetition? 4, 4, 4, 4. 16. Okay. So how many I'll get? 256. Correct? So you have to add those 256 4-digit numbers and you have to tell me what is the answer. Now use the same procedure. So I want to know how many times 1 comes at units position. So 4, 4, 4. So how many times? 64 times. Like this, 2 also comes 64 times, 3 also comes 64 times. That means I can apply this concept here. So all the position, instead of 6, I'll get 64, all the numbers. So if you multiply double one into 64, into this you will get the same answer. Or let us do this. So ones, how many times? 64. Next, twos, how many times? 64. Threes, how many times? 64. And 4, how many times? 64. So 64 into 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So there is nothing. 64 into 1 plus 64 into 2 plus 63 into 64 into 3 plus 64 into 4. If you add, you'll get 640. So 0, 64 carry. Again at tens position, again you will get 640, add with 64. So what do you get? 4, 0, 7. So 4, 70 carry this time. Again you will get 640. 640 add with 7. 7, 710 you will get. Now again this time 0, 71 goes carry. Again you will get 640. 640 plus 71. So 1, 1, 7. So final answer would be 7,11,040. 711,040. That is the answer. Okay. Now, if you do this method also, you will get same thing. So double one into 64. This will become 10. So 640 into double one. Same thing you learn. So nothing to worry. Clear with this? Okay. So let me just recap what we have learned till now so that it would be easy for you to analyze. And this is the first video, part 1 of counting rule and how it is helpful. Okay. So we haven't discussed anything regarding the difference of permutation, combination or anything. But everything will be discussed in the upcoming videos. Okay. Now, let us go through it once again. Let me recall it from the beginning. So we started permutation and combination. So it's all about counting rule, and we have taken counting rule. There are two major counting rules: rule of OR and rule of AND. Okay. or represents rule of addition and represents rule of multiplication. Then we have taken some examples for your better understanding. Then we started with digits of two-digit number. Then we discussed with four-digit 1 to 7 how many numbers can be formed without repetition and with repetition. Then again we have discussed our discussion further with conditions. So the note 1 always says always fill the position with conditions first. Okay, next. So here we have taken one more condition, it has to be greater than 3000 and we did the problem. Now what we have done, we have combined both conditions such that one condition is dependent on other condition. So there we come up with note 2. When one condition is dependent on other condition, we have to split the case. Okay. Now, so with that we got the answer for this question. Then we have just applied whatever we have learned. Now we have taken 9 digits and we want to know whether 9 should exactly come. It has to be an odd number. So we got the answer using that. Then we have included 0 also. So whenever 0 comes in place of numbers, the indirect question is 0 should not be there at the first position. So this is what we got it. So we did this problem 4-digit numbers with even number as well. So we did this problem as 2296. We got the answer in two methods. One by fixing 0 at the last position, one including 0 at the first position and then eliminating it. Okay. Then we have discussed one more example with the divisibility of 4 using digit 0 to 5. So because 0 comes into picture, again we have to ensure 0 should not be there at the first position. So we did it for both with and without repetition as well. And then finally the interesting one was using digits 1 to 4, how many sum of all possible 4-digit numbers can be found without repetition. So we did the calculation and we got the answer as 66660, and we ensured that this is the format. Using this format, instead of this we repeat it without repetition, with repetition we have just included 64. So we got the same answer. Same logic, we got the answer. And if you want, you can use the normal addition logic, you will get the answer. Okay. So usually what comes in permutation combination is they might ask questions on number formation. That is what we have discussed. Okay. Then they'll ask team formation. Then they'll ask word formation problems. Then geometry. Geometry formation. And then miscellaneous. Okay. So today in this video we have discussed the number formation. That means particularly permutations using counting rule on number. Okay. So that's it for the day. If you have any issues or any doubts, you can just always ask. Okay. In the upcoming video, we'll be discussing what are the questions they ask in T formation, in permutation and combinations, and how about word formation in permutation combination, and what are the geometry figures and how they ask questions on permutation combination, such as number of sides, number of diagonals, and so on. And finally, the miscellaneous one is a vast area where you can't predict any particular thing. They can ask questions from any end, but ultimately everything is dependent on counting rule, which is nothing but rule of or rule of and. And you have to be smart enough to analyze this information and you have to put it. You have to apply. Okay. So the rule of R is always related to addition part, and rule of and is related to multiplication. Okay. So that's it. So thank you so much. And if you have any doubts, you can please subscribe. You can also comment. Okay. Thank you all.